Hey, how's it going, YouTube? My name's Aiko. You saw the title of the video, you know what we're doing today, so let's just hop right into it. Here are my settings specifically for Hanzo. I'll let you guys kind of look over them. This is pretty much what they look like. You know, if you already know how settings work, then all you really need are the numbers here. We have the crosshair if you guys are interested in that too. I'll go into detail about all of them here in a minute. A lot of these videos of mine seem to be pretty repetitive in my opinion, but you know, you guys keep requesting them and I think they help a lot of people, so I'm just gonna keep making them as requested and keep them, you know, pretty much in the same format, quick and to the point here. So now I'm gonna go into detail about all the settings here. I have the horizontal sensitivity at 33, same as the vertical sensitivity. I usually have them matching. I know in previous videos these settings might look a little bit different, but these are the most up-to-date ones that I can show you guys. I continuously tweak all my heroes as need be. I haven't touched every single hero there is. Only once I start playing them a little more is when I start really tweaking them and updating them, keeping these settings fresh for you guys. So these are most up-to-date. Maybe you've seen an older version of my settings, but these are what they are as of right now. 33, 33, I always match them. A lot of people say that I play at a really low sensitivity, which I don't disagree with, but it's just what I'm more comfortable with, it's what I'm more accurate with, and at the end of the day, you know, you want to play with what's most comfortable to you. No matter what I say today, you need to figure out what's most comfortable for you. That's why it's important to use this as mainly a reference. If these work out perfectly for you, then by all means, but please feel free to tweak and adjust anything as needed. 33 is what best suits my speed. A good way to find your sensitivity, I would say, is kind of just aim at something, do a 360, and if you can like stop on them, then you know, I think you found the right sensitivity. Same with vertical. I think that's a good way to judge it too. Here, try to land on this guy kind of thing. Just spin around and try to land on the target. And you know, if you spin too fast and you stop like right about here, then your sensitivity is probably a little too high for you. You know, if you're spinning and you stop like a little too short, then it might be a little too slow for you. That's a good way to kind of figure out what sensitivity works best for you. Moving on, we have aim assist strength at 70. Usually I play this pretty high on my other heroes, but primarily because I really enjoy having as much aim assist as I can. Why not, you know? However, it seemed to really be too strong for Hanzo. Getting my flick shots in was a little inconsistent because it would slow me down a little bit, like crossing over an enemy would slow me down too much. So I lowered it down to 70 and that feels perfect, honestly. Window size I have at 60, not much explaining to do there, kind of the same thing. It was interfering a little too much, so I keep it down at 60. I always play at aim smoothing 0 and linear ramp, alright? These two settings, linear ramp and aim smoothing at 0, I would not consider tweaking. I mean, like I said, by all means, do it if you prefer that, but I think those are the two most important things to have a consistent feeling aim setting. These two work together and they make it feel like Call of Duty. They make it feel like Battlefield. They make it feel like Halo. They make it feel like something we're used to in first-person shooters. Aim smoothing is the devil, man. It makes aiming, it's what makes aiming in Overwatch feel so different and weird. So I always recommend to play with it at 0. Do what you guys want by all means, but 0 is 100% my recommendation. Aim ease in, I play pretty low. This guy on Hanzo is a little bit high, so let me explain what aim ease in does. So when you play with aim smoothing 0 and linear ramp together, if your aim ease in is at 0, it will feel very fidgety and probably like too fast is kind of how it feels. Like your sensitivity is too fast, but lowering your sensitivity won't help with that. What it is aim ease in. So it's basically what it sounds like. It's kind of hard to explain. I'll link a video at the top right hand corner of the screen of me better explaining what it is. But basically it's how soon or like how smooth you come out of the dead zone with the thumbstick. So the thumbstick in resting position is in the dead zone. So if aim ease in is at 0 and as soon as you move the thumbstick out of the dead zone, it's going to be moving pretty fast is what it is when it's at 0. It makes it feel very fidgety. Now, that's okay when it's low, like around 20, 30, something like that. For Hanzo, I turned it up. Usually I play like around 20 or 30. But that still felt a little too fast for Hanzo. So what I did is I turned my aim ease in up more than my usual heroes and turned my sensitivity down just a little bit. And that actually resulted in like buttery smooth aim settings for him. I'm actually really happy with how the aim settings feel for him now. Nope. But yeah. But as I was saying, you can see how I myself took my own settings and even further tweaked them. So like by all means, use this as a reference, tweak to how you feel necessary. I think this is a really good like guide or starting point or template reference, whatever you want to call it, to really fine tune your settings. Like I'll show you what I have for all of my heroes. Basically this is my starting point for most of my heroes. Basically looks like that. And then from there, I tweak them as needed. And that, like some people say it messes with your muscle memory because it's not consistent for every hero, but not every hero plays the same. I need a very high sensitivity when I play on Genji, but when it comes to, you know, someone like McCree, I want to be the most accurate I can. Therefore, my McCree plays with a low sensitivity, or my Zenyatta plays at a much lower sensitivity than, for example, my Widowmaker, just because their playstyles are a lot different. It really doesn't interfere with my muscle memory at all because I think of each hero as individual playstyles and individual settings do apply for their different playstyles. Another thing for Hanzo is, you know, I play with an elite controller. I have paddles on the back of my controller. These are mapped to A, B, X, and Y, so it's really nice. So I can like aim while I ultimate, you know, I can aim and jump at the same time. So what you can do, and what a lot of people have done for Hanzo and other heroes, is map their jump to a different button. Now, Hanzo on Xbox doesn't have anything mapped to left trigger. It could be a good idea to map his jump to left trigger if you would want. Another one is the left stick click, opposite of melee. The left stick click could be a good button to map your jumping to, just so you can utilize his jumping ability and aim or ultimate or whatever at the same time. However, keep in mind that some abilities or some instances require the left stick click. Like, I think left stick click is used for using Symmetra's teleporter. Like, that's the button you push when you want to teleport and use your teleporter. So keep that in mind. If you get rid of it on the left stick click, it does interfere with Symmetra's turret, and I think there's one other thing it interferes with. I can't remember. That's why at the end of the day I said left trigger, but maybe that's not as comfortable. But whatever you can find, really. Map it to whatever you can find. As long as you can aim and jump at the same time, I think it's really important. I guess another option is to play Claw too. I get that a lot in my comment section. I personally don't like it. I would rather just spend the money on a nice controller. Considering how much time I spend gaming, it's well justified. And lastly, I do want you guys to know, of course, like I mentioned in every one of these videos, that I do use KontrolFreeks on my thumbsticks. Maybe you probably already know what they look like by now. They're not the red one, but it's that black one on my aim stick right there. It makes the thumbstick longer, so it makes aiming feel much better. It's actually, you have more control, really. And not only that, the grip on it feels really nice. You can pick this up at their website. You can use code Aikable to get yourself 10% off any products that you buy at KontrolFreek. I do have a sponsorship with them, but you know, I really would not recommend any product, especially in regard to aiming, to you guys without having full confidence in their products. I've been using them much way before I ever sponsored with them, but I just want to show you guys what I'm working with my controller and be completely transparent of how I aim like I do in Overwatch. I think this video might have went on a little bit longer than planned, but nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I make videos like this a lot, so consider subscribing. I upload every single Thursday. Subscribe so I can see you again next Thursday. My name is Aiko. Peace.